Hello Scorpio, it's Jill. Welcome to Tarot by the Sea. Right, this is your reading for the 14th to the 20th of November 2017. So I'm just going to get into it. I'll be using the Gilded Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. They have awesome names. Right, okay, so I've done 2 readings for you already, Scorpio. Both times I've been interrupted by someone. So maybe you're being interrupted by someone or distracted by someone. Or stopped from doing something by someone. Maybe you're just being distracted and interrupted anyway by other things and not getting the things done that you need to get done, or it's taking ages. So Scorpio, Knight of Pentacles. Things are taking a while to come in. Judgment. I've done you 3 readings. This is your 3rd one, and you're getting completely different cards. But what did happen in the last one was that the cards kept flying out in like batches. And the sense that I was getting is there's a lot of different storylines going on at the moment. So this probably isn't going to resonate with everyone. I'm hoping it just gives you an overview rather than a specific story, because that would be helpful. And then it would hit as many people as possible. In your last reading, you had all reversed cards, and they were all about leaving something. And I've just had the Queen of Cups come out in reverse, just as I said that. So maybe you're leaving a Queen of Cups. So, water sign female. Possibly quite over-emotional. Oh my goodness. You've got 3 knights though, excuse me. But every single card was reversed. 2 cards weren't reversed. The first card that came out for you was the Moon, and that was in the upright. And then the second one that came out for you was reversed. And then the 3rd card you have was the Ace of Pentacles. I've just literally just dropped that. That's come out in all 3 readings, that 6 of Swords. And all your other cards were in reverse. And they were nearly all about leaving things. You had the 6 of Swords, you had the 8 of Cups, you had, what else did you have? The 3 of Swords in reverse, you had, so they were all in reverse, apart from this Ace of Pentacles. So some of you are focusing on your money. And look, there's the 8 of Swords again. And you have the 5 of Cups, and you also have the 4 of Cups in reverse. Okay, you've got lots of stuff going on. Right, okay. Because for some of you, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So some of you may be waiting for a message from someone, possibly an earth sign. You may have earth in your chart. You may be waiting for a message from someone. Someone may be waiting for a message from you. You might be wanting to communicate with someone. But whatever the situation is, it's all about communication, and it's going damn slow. Okay? If this is a work situation, then it's going slow. Maybe the money coming in is going slow. It's that kind of exchange of energy of something. So it's usually a message, but it can be any kind of energy exchange, okay, that's to do with Pentacles. So anything in the physical world. So it could be you're waiting for information about a job. It could be you're waiting for money to come in. It could be you're waiting for a new house. It could be you're waiting for new ships to come in. I'm getting that literally waiting for a ship to come in. but it's taking its sweet time. The Knight of Pentacles is looking at the Judgment. Maybe you're taking your time. Or this other person's taking their time in making a decision about something. And you're not hearing these messages of love or whatever. So this isn't coming in. You have this Knight of Cups, and he's usually really fast, and it's all about kind of like the water stuff, so it's emotions and love and all that kind of thing. And they quite often come in with a love offer. But it doesn't have to be love. It's anything to do with kind of like emotions and emotional fulfillment and all that kind of stuff. And that's not happening. And it could be because this person is taking their time to make a decision. It is coming, but it's coming really, really slowly. For some of you it's coming, but it's coming slowly. For some of you, this person's taking their time before they make a decision, and then they decide not to go forward with this kind of love offer thing. It could be you. The last reading that I did had something to do with sort of, not unrequited love, but suddenly realising you were in love with your best friend, or someone that you know has just come out of a relationship, a long-term relationship, or any relationship basically, but not like a really short one. And you're really attracted to this person and you want to tell them, but you can't. So you're kind of taking your time to make this judgment, to make this decision. And maybe some of you don't go with it. Maybe some of you are frightened to say anything. And that was the kind of reading that I got from the last one as well, because we had the two kind of wolves who wanted to be howling at the moon, but there was this crab, and you were really scared that this crab was like going to bite your head off with his pincers. So maybe you're not saying anything. Maybe you're just taking your time. If it's a work reading, it could be the same thing. Maybe it's to do with like, you kind of want to move forward with something, but you're trying to make a decision. But in that case, I think you're kind of holding back. This is the energy that I get from these three cards, is you're kind of holding back with this. You're kind of holding back with this. And here, I'm being drawn to this at this point, and you had this in your other reading as well. And it's just this kind of sense of being trapped within yourself. It's like you're thinking about it, maybe. Maybe you feel trapped. Maybe you feel you've got so many ideas and you kind of can't see the wood for the trees, is what I'm getting. And some of you don't know what you want. Or someone else doesn't know what they want. And it's like there's all these ideas floating around, but actually they don't really know what they want. And it's not even like opportunities. This isn't like the Eight of, this isn't like the Eight of Cups. That's wrong. It's like, this isn't like the Eight of Cups in the sense that these aren't cups, okay? It's not like the Eight of Pentacles, like these aren't pentacles. It's like, not like the Eight of Wands, these aren't actions. These are just ideas, okay? So maybe you're going round in your head, maybe you feel trapped in your own head. And this being trapped in your own head, it's kind of keeping you at 3 stage with this Empress. There is this Empress here. And you have the Three of Pentacles. And then you have this Empress who's a 3. Now, why am I getting... So you're at this 3 stage. with this Empress, who could be a fire sign. She always strikes me as a fire sign. She could be an air sign, because if you look at the background of that, there's just air. And maybe for some of you, she's like, maybe this Pentacles person, okay, is at the 3 stage, and he wants to kind of make this, something in the physical world, okay, so he wants to turn it into a proper relationship. Doesn't have to be a he, it can be a she as well. They want to turn it into a proper relationship, okay, and it could be with this fire sign, because there's fire in the background. It could be with this fire sign. Or maybe you want to turn it into a proper relationship with this earth sign, who possibly has fire in their chart as well. But whoever this is, somebody wants to turn this into a proper relationship in the real world. And they want the green light. I'm just seeing the little thing on the top, and I'm just thinking it's green light. They want the green light, okay? But at the moment, you're kind of on an amber light. Okay, so you've got red, amber, green, okay? In the UK, that's how traffic lights go, red, amber, green. But I think, yeah, they're the opposite way around. That's interesting, they're the opposite way around. So maybe you're getting closer to this, or maybe maybe you're getting closer to this. So you've gone red, amber, and then green. Things are kind of leveling up. But it's Pentacles. It's Knight of Pentacles. It's slow, okay? Probably because this fire sign, air sign, fire sign, we have air in this one as well. And then she's just not making a bleeding judgment. She's just not making a decision. She's going round. This is crossroads, okay? This crossroads here. If you imagine a fork in the road, you imagine a crossroads. This crossroads, and she's going round and round and round about it. She's just like round and round and round. I don't know. It's because she doesn't know what she wants. She's here. She just doesn't know what she wants, or he doesn't know what she wants. And it's just like, oh my good God. So for some of you, you're just like, oh, do you know what? Forget it. I'm just going. I've just had enough. I mean, this is only a week, okay? So maybe some of you are just like, oh, this is just too much like hard work. I'm going, But maybe this person, you have this, okay? You have this being trapped with these 8 swords. But then you have this person actively moving forward with 6 swords. So maybe for a lot of you, I think that, and these are both blue as well at the top. Okay, and I know that's because they're swords, but I don't normally get drawn to that. And actually, they've shifted round. So the cards have now shifted round. Don't know why that is, but it happened twice. So they're taking active movement at this point, and they've only got 6 swords. So maybe they've gone out of this being trapped in their head, and they're actually starting to move. And they're in water, so it's emotional, okay? That's emotional. You've got air, you've got water, you've got a tiny little bit of earth. And you've got the water signs again. So quite possibly that's you, though. So for some of you, you're just going, yeah, bugger it, I'm off. You're too much like hard work. You have far too much baggage. Yeah, or maybe you've got too much baggage. And it just feels like far too much hard work, so bugger it, can't be bothered. And maybe this person's just not interested. Maybe if it's an earth sign, they're just not interested, okay? You've got this little slimy toad who's just like, yeah, he's just looking off into the distance. He's going to go off and catch flies or do whatever toads do. But you've got they're quite complicated. If you look at the fern next to him, it's like it's this spider's web of stuff. They're quite complicated, Maybe they've got a lot going on. Maybe they've got a lot going on, and he's quite hidden as well. So maybe, and you've got the moon at the top. So maybe there are secrets, possibly there are secrets, possibly there's a lot of unknowns here. I'm not seeing that it's a massive moving forward in this relationship. For some of you, I think maybe it is. For some of you, this person's actually starting to come out their head and take active action, which is kind of like on the emotional sphere. For some of you, just getting sick of it. For some of you, just getting sick of it. Yeah, you've got this, so, but it's in reverse. So maybe you're offering something and this person's not interested, but then they become interested. Yay. Or maybe for some of you, you do this and you go, yeah, do you know what, sod it. And then they realise they wake up, realise what fantastic opportunity you were presenting to them and have been presenting to them all this time, because you've given them 3 cups. They realise that, and then they start crying and they go, oh my God, I've got these 3 cups and they've all fallen over. What fantastic opportunities they were. And they're now crying over them because you've gone, and it's just like, yeah, too late, mate. I think you'd do it quite nicely though, because you've left these 2 kind of cups behind. You've left these 2 cups behind and you're like, do you know what? You're a really nice person, and you know, it's been nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. But you know, I gave you 3 cups, I offered you another cup. Yeah, you didn't take the other cup. You knocked over my 3 cups. And the sense that I'm getting is it's like you're just feeling a little bit disrespected. You're just feeling kind of like, I gave you this stuff and you didn't respect it, you didn't look after it, you didn't value it, so sod ya. That's essentially what I'm getting for you. And you know there's other things, you know there's better things to come in. You know what I mean? You just know that there's other things there. You have the Page of Swords in reverse. So, yeah, okay, you may be cutting this person out, but you're doing it quite gently. You know, you're not being mean about it. You're not like the Queen of Swords, you're not cutting anyone's head off. You're kind of being quite nice about it. But then you have your walking away. Okay. I've got her down as a fire sign or the Empress. I've got her down as a fire sign or an air sign, but actually we've got Queen of Pentacles there as well. Or maybe you start messaging a Queen of Pentacles and you're quite happy. So that's what I've got for you. I'm not sure how well it resonated. I did have loads of storylines coming out, and that's a completely different reading from the other 2 that I did. You may be in love with your best friend. You may be in love with someone else. They may be being completely oblivious. You may be being completely oblivious. Maybe someone's just not been treating you with respect. But you don't seem particularly fussed about it, to be honest. I'm not getting any overwhelming sadness. I had the 3 of Swords in reverse earlier. And usually when I get the 3 of Swords, I get that kind of feeling. But I kind of didn't. It was just like, it's 3 of Swords. It just kind of felt like you might have been a little bit annoyed at the time. But it wasn't heartbreak. You were just kind of a bit annoyed, really. You just maybe thought it was rude. Maybe thought it was rude how they behaved, because they couldn't make up their mind, and they're keeping you hanging on. It's like you have the Empress with her like ring, and it's just like she's kind of just going round and round, but there's something about that ring. It's like wedding ring. It's like they're keeping you committed. They're not wearing the wedding ring. They're just kind of like holding it in front of them, like, yeah, I can't decide. And it's just, and they're just kind of keeping you hanging on. And it's just like, do you know what? If you don't know that you want to be with me, then you don't want to be with me. That's the sense that I'm getting for you. It's just like if someone's keeping you hanging on like that, but they won't kind of like make a commitment or even tell you whether they're interested or not. Quite honestly, Scorpio, you deserve better than that. You're Scorpio. Come on, you're like the sex gods of the zodiac. You have that mystery and you have that charisma and that, you know, there's something really, really fascinating about Scorpios. You don't need that. You don't need some fire sign messing with your head or some air sign messing with your head. You certainly don't need an earth sign messing with your head. I don't even know why I'm still shuffling cards for you. You've got the Knight of Cups in reverse again, don't know? You have the Ten of Pentacles. Other reading, only one upside the right way up, was the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Pentacles. And you have the King of Wands in reverse. You also have Justice and the Hierophant. Maybe some of you are deciding whether to get married or stay married. Messages of love in reverse. Money, looking good. King of Wands, no passion. No love, no passion, money. Someone else had this. You had this. You had this in the first reading. No, you didn't. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And who the heck was it? Pisces. Pisces had it too. Water sign. It's a water sign thing, maybe. Maybe that's the water sign energy at the moment. It's the balance of love. No, it was, oh my God, it was Gemini. That's the air sign. That's your air sign. Crosswatch for Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. There is a reason why we tell you these things. It's so that you can crosswatch. It's so that if you've got it in your other houses, or if you've got it as your rising sign or your moon sign or your sun sign, and this is something else, you know that this story is resonating for you. Okay. Some of you are deciding about a marriage. Love or money? Passion or money? Decision, marriage. Eight of Cups in reverse. Oh! Some of you are leaving the love behind and focusing on the earth. Yeah, with this air sign, whatever. Okay. You're focusing on your pentacles, so you're leaving the love behind. Some of you are walking away from love with an earth sign. Or not walking away from love with an earth sign. Oh, okay, yeah. Some of you are walking towards the pentacles and away from love. But you also have the Ace of Pentacles as well. And if you reduce this down, you have a 10, which reduces down to a 1. So it's the Ace. So I think a lot of you just focus on your pennies right now. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I try to keep down to 10 to 15 minutes, but they are overrunning. But there is just this about it. You feel tired, maybe. Maybe you're tired of the drama. Maybe you haven't got the strength. You had the strength in reverse, didn't you? Or maybe that was in your last reading. You had the strength in reverse. And you just like can't be bothered. You can't be bothered to go through all the drama. You're just going to stay with what you got because you just can't be bothered, quite honestly. isn't a nice feeling though. I'm not feeling very nice about it. I'm just like, yeah, whatever, it'll work itself out in the end, I guess. But it's not a happy feeling, it's just a kind of like, yeah, it's going to go with the flow because it'll work itself out in the end, whatever happens. And I think even if you're in a relationship with someone that, you know, if you're in love with someone and you haven't told them, you kind of feel a bit like that too. You're a bit kind of like, I'm not going to say anything. You know, if it's meant to happen, it will happen. If it's not meant to happen, it won't happen, but I'm not saying anything. I don't know whether that's the right thing to do or not. I'm doing a really weird thing here with cards, and I'm not entirely sure why. I've never done this before in my life. Okay, what I'm going to do is pull these 4 cards. What I've done is done 4 little piles, and I've just been kind of separating them out. And now I have 4 little piles with cards on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them out for you. It might be your advice card. Hermit mode in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse, Strength in reverse, and High Priestess. Okay, so basically we just had the 6 of Swords, and we were just talking about Strength in reverse. Okay, you also had the High Priestess in your last reading too. So we have come out of Hermit mode, take active action to move in a direction, one way or the other. Could be the other person's coming out of Hermit mode. Could be that Earth sign. Could be Virgo. Yeah. Some of you forget about the Virgo. Move away. Yeah. Because you're too tired. You haven't got the strength. There, honestly, it's a Leo as well. Just like, you ain't taming this beast. You ain't taming this beast. It's just going to take so much work. And I had this for somebody else as well. Talking about Pisces. And it was just like, you're looking, there's too much you don't know about this person, and it's just got, this is work. It's just going to take too much work. Okay, gorgeous as they are, whatever, it's just going to take too much work. It's not worth it. For some of you, it's the heart. Some of you might think it's twin flame. That's the 2 card. Some of you might think it's twin flame. May well be a soulmate. I don't think it's your twin. I don't think it's your twin because there's only one. Okay, it's only 111. I don't think it's your twin. It could be a soulmate, but my God, they are going to be hard work. Entirely up to you. The question you're being asked is, do you want to learn these lessons? Okay, these little swords in here are the lessons. You will take them with you when you go. You will learn things. You have the moon, which is illuminating stuff that is currently unseen. Okay, some of it might be quite dark. Do you want to learn these lessons? If you do, take active measures to do it. If you don't, leave the heck alone. Lots of love to you. I will speak to you in the last week of November readings, and then I will get the December's done. Actually, I won't do December's first, and then the last week of November. Right. Have a fantastic week, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.